On converts this afternoon, and the Argonauts run their lead 28-19 over the British Columbia Lions here, and we have 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in this third quarter. That touchdown excursion went 75 yards. It took them 6 plays, 4 passing and 2 rushing to set up the 14-yard heave from Wally Gabler to Mel Prophet for the score. That is Prophet's second touchdown today. He scored in the first quarter. The Argonauts' second of the afternoon it was. So twice he has given Toronto the lead. This time widening the margin over the line. Sledge and Bradley await the kickoff from man. Bradley at the 5. He had to hurry the throw. It was tipped incomplete for Homer at the 35.
Sonny Homer very, very angry on that one because he did have his defender, number 17, Arends, beaten on the play by a good 4 or 5 yards, and had the ball been thrown up in the air, or not tipped, it could have resulted in a touchdown. As you say, opportunist, that was the play, Don, that may hold them from getting on the scoreboard in this particular quarter.
2nd and 10, they are still at the 49-yard line, their own. Young, incomplete. Luster covering at the 50-yard line. They stick Jimmy Young in the slot and spring him out of there. And he has been an effective receiver for the Lions throughout this season. Also a strong running back for them.
Don't be surprised if you see number 11, Jackie Parker, getting ready to come in this last quarter.
He's on the telephone right now, getting the marching orders. Girella's kick is a floater to Copeland at the 29. And he's back all of 2 yards to the 31, where Lynn Hendrickson brings him down for the Lions. And there's a timeout on the field. At the 12-minute mark of the third quarter, the score is Toronto 28, the BC Lions 19.
July 26, 1968. Something special happened. We took a crowd of Buick owners to a secret location to give them a sneak preview of the new 1969 Buicks. This is what they said about the sport wagon.
I really like that new door in the 69 sports wagon.
That's the whole thing for me.
The GS 400.
I don't know what I'd do to improve it. The looks, handling, performance. It's great.
About the Wildcat.
Well, I think that engine it will be respected, and maybe it'll even rule.
It's wild. It's really wild. I think that's about the best words for it. It's really wild.
About the LeSabre.
The LeSabre seems to be exactly what we're looking for.
I was quite impressed with it.
I'm for the automatic lock.
About the Electra 225.
There's a Buick I'd love to own.
Buick owners keep selling Buicks for us. Wouldn't you really rather have a 1969 Buick?
Back at CNE Stadium for the fourth quarter, 28-19, Toronto leading the British Columbia Lions. Let's make that the third quarter. 2:45 until three-quarter time. And the Argonauts took too much time. Delay of game penalty against Toronto. We'll take the ball back 5 yards to the 26.5. They'll be 1st and 15 from there. Smith, wide left, covered by Bradley. Jim Dillard tried to dart through that off-tackle hole, but Wayne Dennis, number 52, catches him and stops him right there. Back for a loss of a yard.
Number 53, Swift, the left guard, didn't get out fast enough that time, and that's why that play broke down on that. Didn't allow Dillard to get outside.
Now there's 2nd down and 16 yards to go. Intercepted by Bill Lassiter. And he's pulled down near the 20 by Bobby Taylor.
That ball was intended for Bobby Taylor, but just as Wally Gabler was ready to throw the football, it was hit from behind by Finley, and the ball was tipped by number 64, Mike Martin, into the hands of Bill Lassiter, number 34, and the intended receiver, Bobby Taylor, number 24, made the tackle.
So the Lions get a big break. In fact, they forced their own break and are first down to the 20-yard line as Summer goes right and Lockharren sets left. Evenson and Sledge, the setbacks, Young in the slot. Leroy Sledge at the 15-yard line has a gain of 5. Jim Dye, number 10, made the stop. Well, we mentioned these Lions were opportunists, and indeed they have shown us that in the late minutes of the third quarter. 1:14 on the clock until three-quarter time in Toronto. That is Evenson down near the 12. Ed Harrington, number 54, made the tackle. They are about 2 short of the first down near the 12.
Don, here's where a quarterback, even though he was running the football most of the game and having good success with it, might use a changeup. And when he got the opportunity to throw the football down here instead of running with that football, because 3 points at this particular part of the game aren't as good as that 6-point touchdown.
With the flag up again, Ted Girella from the 20-yard line will attempt a field goal that could tie the CFL record. He's got it. And at 22, Girella shares the record with 2 others for the most field goals in one season. His third today and his 22nd of the year. Of course, earlier we saw him hit from 52 yards away, equaling his own best mark of 1968. 22 to 28. These Lions making breaks defensively, moving downfield, and getting the great kicking of Ted Girella have come back to give the Argonauts fits here at C&E Stadium. 35 seconds until three-quarter time, and here come the Argonauts. Simons carrying. He was caught by number 27, Craig Murray, at the 38-yard line, a gain of 3. Lions of Murray with Sparks, Griffin, Robinson, and Bradley as the deep 5 defenders. Bobby Taylor brings it in at the 45-yard line, caught by Rich Robinson. His point of advance is the 47, and that will be a Toronto first down. We'll have time for one play, barring penalty in the third quarter. $22,373. The attendance just announced here this afternoon. For Simons, it is no good with Murray covering at the BC 50-yard line. And the gun sounds. At the end of the third quarter, the score is the Toronto Argonauts 28, the BC Lions 22. We'll have more CFL action after this message.
The formation of a strong government is an important event in your life. The selection of the members of the Canadian Parliament determines the future of your country. The man for you is Quentin Durgans. Now, this may sound like an election speech to you, but it's not. You see, although Quentin Durgans has most of the qualities that one might consider ideal in a member of Parliament, Quentin Durgans is a fictional character, and his life, his battles for right and justice are portrayed each week in the CBC television dramatic series, Quentin Durgans MP. My name is Gordon Pinsent, and I have the honor to portray Quentin Durgans. This is the 3rd season, now in color, and we repeat the dramatic excellence that was hailed so highly by Canadians. Quentin Durgans MP, what television is all about.
Well, let's correct our mathematics. We will in a moment on Girella, his field goal kicking, but the upcoming games in the league. Tomorrow, of course, Ottawa goes to Hamilton while Edmonton plays in Winnipeg. Monday, Thanksgiving Day, the Lions are in Montreal, and Calgary and Saskatchewan battle for first place in the West. Next Saturday, both games televised by CBC Television, Hamilton, Ottawa, and Winnipeg, BC. Our mathematics correction here is that Girella has 4 field goals today and has broken that single-season record. He now has 23 for 1968. This game still has a quarter to go. The individual game record, of course, is 5, and Girella has a share of that with Jackie Parker. Simon. Flag thrown at the 45-yard line. Simon's had a gain of 19, but that marker is down. Back at the 50, John Griffin, number 25, applied the tackle for the Lions. Gibbs Sagan, the referee-in-chief this afternoon. Made no indication yet. Here it is. Illegal interference against the offensive team, the Toronto Argonauts. And that will wipe out the long gain of Simons and take the ball back to the 50-yard line. What likely happened on that play was they were caught blocking before that pass had been completed. At three-quarter time in total offense, Toronto had 334 yards, the Lions 275, 15 first downs Lions against 12 for Toronto. Paul Brothers has been good on 8 of 14 passes, and Wally Gabler 14 of 22 for the Argonauts. So from the 50, it is first down Toronto on the penalty of 7. Bill Simons again. Hits for 5 near the midfield stripe.
Bill Simons, number 33, definitely the workhorse of the Toronto Argonauts. On that last play, previous to the one he just ran, that little check pass was a good call by the quarterback, Wally Gabler. It's used very, very seldom. They had everybody on the British Columbia Lions defense back and just dropped it over the center of the line of scrimmage.
From the 54, second and 6. That was picked up and then dropped, but it all happened out of bounds. John Griffin, number 25, was the defender for the BC Lions. So now they'll be third down and 6 from the 54. The Lions send back Griffin, 25, and Bradley, 12, for Dave Mann's punt. We are just into the fourth quarter. It is 28-22 for the Argonauts, a difference of less than a converted touchdown. Griffin at the 11. Mel Prophet has him at the 13. Mann's punt traveled 45 yards. Dave has been averaging close to 50 in this game. And of course, we'll watch for the Lions to move into better field position to give Ted Girella a chance to tie his own single game record of 5 field goals. He has 4 right now. They're not laughing as much as they used to, if at all, at that soccer style of kicking. Evenson, strong runner, reaches the 24-yard line and has a first down.
Evenson, number 28, is a real strong runner, Don, and he followed some good blocking, but he made some yards on his own here by twisting and turning and pushing his way down the field.
The gain was 11, and it gives the Lions first down at the 24. 21 and 74, Homer and Lochheron right. Now they all go that way. For Homer, no good. Dick Thornton covering for the Argonauts.
Paul Brothers, number 10, trying to throw that ball on the run and throwing it deep. He didn't have a chance to set up to throw that real deep pass. If he had a chance, now Thornton, number 25, was beaten by number 21, Sonny Homer, and had a lot of room to run, but the ball just didn't get down the field far enough.
Evenson approaching 100 yards on the day. He's got 98 yards right now in 18 carries. Jim Yon can't make the catch at the 32. Jim Dye covering for Toronto, number 10. Reminder that next Saturday we will have regional coverage of 2 important CFL games on CBC television. Bernie Fling and I will be in Ottawa for the Tiger Cats and Rough Riders Saturday afternoon, and then Saturday night Bob Moyer and Ed Konowich will be in Vancouver for the Lions in Winnipeg. Ed Girella set the kick now on 3rd down from the 10. Copeland waiting for it at the 42. Lynn Hendrickson, number 71, the tackler for the Lions on Jimmy Copeland. A 44-yard punt that time. That's his best today. The score is 28-22. 12:06 remaining in the 4th quarter. Al Irwin, 71, wide left. For Taylor, complete. Wrestled down by 34, Bill Lassiter at the BC 50-yard line. It is an Argonaut first down.
Wally Gabler not going into a shell and just running that football. He's coming out and showing the BC Lions that he can throw that football down in there anyway, and going to his favorite receiver, Bobby Taylor, number 24.
The gain was 17 yards. There's a timeout on the field at the 3-minute mark. In the quarter, the Argonauts are getting all set to go. From the 50. Bill Simon. At the 45-yard line, collects 5. Bill Lassiter, 34, again the tackler for the Lions. Lassiter, one of the veterans of the British Columbia Lions. Now there's that timeout on the field, and at the 3-minute mark in the 4th quarter, the score is Toronto 28, the BC Lions 22. Not hard to tell the favorite pass receiver of Wally Gabler today. That's Bobby Taylor. He's taken in 6 receptions for 117 yards. And Bill Simon carried 8 times for 86 yards. 2nd down from the 45, 5 to go. For Al Irwin. He's down at the 1-foot line. Rich Robinson saved the touchdown.
The second pass of the game thrown to Al Irwin. He missed the first one, but this one he brought his own play in. He's in the open, and he works his way into that end zone.
They stop him with the tackle at the 1 on the 1-foot line. They bring it back to the 1-yard line, and they're first and goal from there. Wally Gabler in for the score. The Argonauts had their lead to 34-22.
Officials are calling him kind of close. I had thought that that Irwin was in that end zone for the touchdown that time, Don, but obviously his knee had touched before he got into that pay dirt area, and Gabler scored himself.
Robinson had been riding him piggyback from the 4 or 5 yard line on in and forced his knee down just outside the line. Dave Mann, his 5th convert attempt today. It is successful. So the Argonauts lead now is 35-22 over the British Columbia Lions. And on the clock, we have 9:59 until full time. In passing, Wally Gabler has thrown the ball 24 times, completing 17 for 304 yards. And Bernie, you'll have to recognize that's a pretty fair average for a quarterback.
That's a pretty fair afternoon is right, Don. Gabler's throwing the ball well, and on the one interception that he did get, he had his receiver open, but was hit from behind just as he threw the football.
Sledge and Bradley for Mann's kickoff deep at the 5 yard line. It is to Sledge. Leroy Sledge gets back to the 26. Bob Swift, number 53, made the tackle after a 21-yard return. The kickoff traveled 60 yards. The Lions, from their 26, put the ball in play. First down. CBC Television will bring you the next 15 days the full story of the Mexico Olympics, direct from Mexico City. Jim Evenson on the escape pass from Paul Brothers. Alan Ray Aldrich, 44, with the tackle. And the Lions lose about 6 yards. 5 yards back to the 21.
Brothers a little shaken up on that play. Number 70, Mike Bloom, was coming in on him hard and got him just as he released that football to Evenson.
Well, Bloom's made a few enemies across the league. Carroll Williams in Montreal got a good shot from him, and then Dave Ramey was so unhappy with Bloom's play that they had more than just words after a game in Winnipeg. He plays it tough. Brothers on the move. Harrington has got it at the 8 yard line.
Whenever that blocking breaks down on that rollout, there's nothing you can do but take that head and stick it down in between the shoulder pads and hang on to the football, Don. Brothers just didn't have a chance to get outside or find a receiver that time.
So it's 3rd and 28 long yards to go for the BC Lions back at their own 8 yard line, and Girella will punt from the end zone. Copeland over the shoulder at the 48. Skips back to the 42 yard line where he's met by Ken Sugarman, number 68. The Argonauts have good field possession for the inside the 45. A 41-yard punt by Ted Girella. Leo Cahill greeting his defensive team as they come off the field with a 35-22 lead and 8:25 remaining in the 4th quarter. Bobby Taylor, 24, fans out wide left. Mike Evans in the game now, 32, but the plays to Dillard, who reaches the 40 yard line, a gain of 2.5. We'll watch if Eben gets any kind of play at all from the Argonauts. He's as sure-handed a catcher as you'll find. Very eager to play. From the University of Toronto Blues, was claimed by the Lions in the intercollegiate draft and then traded by them back to Toronto just as the season started. But he's been having trouble dislodging Bobby Taylor out of that flanker's post. There he is, 32 wide at the top. The throw for Al Irwin is no good. Batted down by Jerry Bradley at the goal line. But Gabler put it right in his hands.
It was right there. It was a great defensive play by Bradley on that one. And I'm sure that the ball coming out of the sun like that, Don, was hard to see by both the receiver and the defender. But Bradley got his hand in there just before the ball coming to Al Irwin could be caught.
Argonauts at the 40-yard line are 3rd down and 7 to go, and Dave Mann will punt. Lions send back Bradley and Griffin. It's into the end zone. Bradley may watch it sail out of here. He'll concede the single point. It traveled 60 yards, so Mann is improving on his seasonal punting average every time he kicks the ball today. The Argonauts lead 36-22. That's exactly 2 converted touchdowns between them. The Lions have had some close calls in recent games, but are still 6 points behind the 3rd place Edmonton Eskimos in the West. The Argonauts, if they can win today, would go ahead of the Ottawa Rough Riders in the first place, at least temporarily, because tomorrow Ottawa will be playing in Hamilton. We'll have the second game of their back-to-back series on CBC television next Saturday afternoon from Lansdowne Park. All Brothers has gone all the way. Number 10, calling signals for the BC Lions. The closest Jackie Parker has come to the game has been the sideline of the Lions bench. Ken Corbin is in the game for the Argonauts now. Jim Evenson was trapped by Marv Luster and Mike Wadsworth at the 28-yard line after a gain of 3.
Don, that Toronto Argonaut defensive unit out there is really playing tough football right now. They've tightened down and keying on that rushing offense. They're playing man-for-man defense.
For Lockyer, and he's wide open. And he's going all the way. "82 yards, the pass and run, and somebody made a big mistake on coverage back there."
Here it is, Paul Brothers on a straight drop-back pattern. Came back on that man-to-man. I think the defender got tied up on a cross pattern. The ball was right there, and Lockyer, number 74, caught it on a dead run. There was a mix-up back there in that defensive backfield, obviously, Don, on a man-to-man coverage.
That's like that long bomb that Planks caught against the Ottawa Rough Riders in Edmonton about a month ago.
Let George do it.
This one, 82 yards, that's right. Gorella's convert is good.